So friends, we are now at the end of our initial break-in period of this little Predator generator. And I've let it completely run out of gas. I'm even going to turn the choke on and give it a few extra pulls here to make sure all that gas is out of the carburetor. Then we can shut off this little valve right here. Alright, so what's going on here is that last week I posted this video right here on me setting up my new Predator inverter generator. And I also showed some of the mods I did to help this little generator last as long as possible. You know, wanted to do a few things to it to get the most life out of it. And then we filled it with oil and got some good clean gas and put some stable in it. And we took it out and gave it its initial startup. It started on the first pull. And we let it warm up and then started doing our break-in period. And now it's time to drain and check that oil and see how it did. But before we do, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it to any of your friends who might like similar content. Thank you. That's what keeps the channel going. Alright, so if you want to see any of those mods, check out the first video. Alright, I got step-by-step in there showing everything I did and how I did it. But now it's time to open this cover back up with our Phillips screwdriver and these three screws along the top, and we're going to pull this panel and we're going to get ready to drain and inspect that oil. Okay, that's Mobile 1 we got in there. Now some people said that I shouldn't put Mobile 1 in there for break-in, but if you read the comments in the first video, I've expressed my opinion of what I think about that, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Alright, so snap the panel off, and we're going to go ahead and grab our magnetic dipstick that we installed. Alright, and that magnetic dipstick has a magnet at the end. And you can see right there the metal that is attracted to that magnet and is stuck on there. See it? It almost feels kind of slimy. But that right there is all our break-in metals that would have been floating around in that oil if it wasn't for that magnet. That's why I installed this. That plastic dipstick that comes with it doesn't have a magnet. And all that metal that I just wiped off right there would have been floating around in our oil because there is no oil filter on here. Now, even though we got that magnet, that doesn't mean that oil is perfectly clean. That break-in period has also put other metals that are not magnetic into the oil. And when I drain the oil, I'm going to use this soda bottle because it holds over 16 ounces, and our engine only takes 14, so there's plenty of room in a soda bottle, and I can just use that funnel and tilt it, pour it out, do it while it's warm, and that oil just runs right out of there, easy peasy, right? And that little soda bottle will be easy to take down to the local auto parts store and dispose of that oil. So let me grab a rag, clean that up. And looking at this oil, it does look a little darker than expected. So there is some break-in stuff in there. So let's just pour it on a paper towel and see if we can see any other metals in there. And in this direct sunlight, if there was a lot in there, it would look like glitter. But no. Don't see a whole lot left on the top there. It looks pretty good. You know, usually I do this on a piece of notebook paper, but I didn't have any, so this paper towel will work just as well. But you know what? I think I am going to give this a thumbs up because I do not see anything shiny in there. Alright, so once again, clean your funnel before you use it to put oil in, because why buy good oil to use a dirty funnel? So we'll stick that in there, and let me go ahead and get my Mobile 1. But before I do, let's get this rag up here like I did the first time, because we don't want any oil inside that housing because it's going to smoke and collect dirt and all that. We want to keep inside there as clean as possible. Alright, so we need to put another 14 ounces of our Mobile 1 in here. And what's cool is we've done our break-in, and now we are doing our oil change, and that's still going to leave us, what, 4 ounces of oil in the quart that we can use for top off and other things. So put that there, we don't want to lose that, and as you can see, that oil level is correct when it's at the top of the threads, just like that. So don't really need to check it with the dipstick, just look in the hole and see if it's up at the top of the threads. If it is, then your oil is full. So let's tighten this up. It's got a big old O-ring on there, and that is going to stay nice and tight and not leak. Alrighty, clean that up. Alright, so now it's time to put the panel back on. And one thing you need to do, it makes it easier, is take that generator and slide it to the edge of the table. And that'll allow you to get those little prongs in the slots better. You get all 4 of them in there, and once you do, you just slap it in place. Slap it in place. Alright, so I'm going to put this in storage and have it ready for the next hurricane. That's why I wanted fresh oil in it. I'm happy with the way the oil looked. I'm happy with the way the magnetic dipstick is cleaning the oil like it is. And got all the fuel run out of it, fresh oil in it. It's ready to go into storage, and it'll be ready for me for my next emergency when I need backup power. Alright, got an hour meter on here, and we put just a little over 2.5 hours in the break-in. Book says, see, that's how much oil we got left. Pretty cool, because we're going to have to top it off from here to there. Alright, but the book says 30 hours. I wasn't going to wait 30 hours to change the oil. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you got a little generator, check out the tips I did in the first video, and if you got any more tips for everybody, put them in the comment section. We want to hear from you, okay? Thanks for viewing, and I'll be back to night videos here shortly.